All right. And
It's vivid. V-I-V-I-D. My biological father, he never bothered to fix a nigga or bottle. Now I'm hitting the bottle and hoping to see tomorrow. Hoping to hit the lotto. Now I'm broken, I'm starving. I'm wondering how it started. How I get in this garbage. My soul's dirty and rotten. Pants bulging with cotton. They never gave me an option. Instead, put me in options with soul. But I ain't stopping, I stroll. But I ain't walking, I'm cold. My heart's dropping, the world is eavesdropping. I'm still hustling. The shit's rougher than most. That's right. Cuffing they toast, eaters, hitting they ghost, not ready to go. They fixing up, they ready to go. It's heavy, I know. It's why a nigga ready to blow. It's vivid. Yeah. Life goes. Can you see it, nigga? I know you see it, nigga. Hey, hey. That's how life goes. Hey, can you see it with me? Envision a nigga, vivid. I ain't the man that I once was. Nah, what a blunt cause, what a joint cause, I'm finna jump cause us is not winning cause us is not up, but I'm up till early morning for bucks stuck, but I'ma make it to God, I'ma take it. It's hard for me to shake it, but lately I've been mistaken and cornered up in the basement. Nation constantly breaking, my people constantly chasing these drugs. My mama's shaking, I'm aching inside. Bullet shells grazing my eyes. And flesh aging, dying, blazing the pine. This the same thing for mine. Brother in jail, and the judge raising his time. My lady a freak, she comparing buses and dimes. I'm busting this 9, 8 times to 7 guys for 6 reasons. I've been struggling since 5 or 4, 3, 2, 1. My time's expired. I could have been a contender. I could have been a lot better. Now I see how my life goes on. You know, I see a lot of fake people. You know what I'm saying? I just sit back and I observe everything through these eyes. Yeah, I'm seeing it now. Yeah.
Skliboom, skliboom, man. Hey, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Mr. McGee Show, man. I am your boy, your gracious host, the man, Mr. McGee, man. I'm in the building tonight. As you can see, man, I got my a great brother here with me, man. Brother Hamid. This is one of my brothers. He's got a dope event going down this month. We definitely gonna get into that. We're gonna get into a couple topics tonight, man. I got some topics about I guess I'm gonna piggyback off of last week's show. So last week's show was about disrespecting the disrespecting the black man. Um Before I go on though, before I get into that, we're gonna get right into it. But before that, let my brother Hamid introduce himself. You know, tell the people where you from, any organizations that you got popping off, man. Just talk to the people for them.
All right, so my name is Hamid Abdullah, and I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, and there's a lot going on in Nashville. Nashville is a beautiful city, and there are so many people doing so much work, and we felt that it was important that we just did our part. We don't have to lead everything or anything for that matter. We just wanted to do our part. And when I say we, I'm speaking for myself, but not only myself, a lot of the brothers that are in that are around me and involve themselves in the things that we are working on together. So I'm speaking for all of us when I'm speaking now.
Yes,
But
sir.
I'm gonna tell you, I mean, there's a lot happening, and again, we are amongst people in this city that is putting in some serious work, and so we just want to be a part of that.
Yes. Yeah.
One
Yeah.
one of the one of the programs, we have a couple of programs that we're working on.
Mhm.
First and foremost, I have to shout out my brother Eugene. He's one of the co-founders of the Black Family Talks radio show,
Mhm.
and he's also one of the co-founders of the Brothers Roundtable. And those are basically I would look at as our passions. The Black Family Talks is more of a radio show which comes on WVOL Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock.
Yes,
Shameless
sir.
plug. But the Black Family Talks give us an avenue to be able to talk to our brothers and sisters, and for our brothers and sisters to talk to us. And so we try to talk about important issues, just the same as our brother Calvin with the Mr. McGee show.
Yes, sir.
Same thing, it's just we over at the radio station over there, and my brother has his own platform, which is even better. So that's what we're doing. We have the radio program, and we come on and we talk about issues. But what we also wanted to do with that, uh, instead of just talking, we wanted a mechanism for us to be able to do something about those issues. So we started the Brothers Roundtable, which is a group of Black men that come together and we try to work and build our community through education, through business, through political engagement, and then also just through community engagement. So those are some of the things that we have been working on for the past 3 years, and we're just glad to be here, man. I'm glad to be here with the Mr. McGee show and our brother Calvin.
Yes,
Oh,
sir. Yes, sir. And look, man, I'm thankful that you're here, man, and it's a privilege to have you here with me, bro. Um, if you look at the screen, this is the Black Family Talks. This is the brothers radio show that he does pretty frequently, and he also streams it live on Facebook. So yeah, the Black Family Talks. Find this on Facebook. That's the logo you need. That's the title you need. Everything you need right there is on the screen right there for you. Easy money. Go support this brother, man. His brother, brother Eugene. Man, those brothers are putting in great work. The Brothers Roundtable. I'm gonna find that. I'll definitely find that YouTube page as we speak, though. Matter of fact, I can find it now because if I just say that shit, I'll forget. So we'll just go to the Brothers Roundtable right now. Let me share my screen again, fam. Definitely want to make sure. And the reason my brother is on here, well, I won't say the reason my brother's on here. He's welcome to come, and I love having him on the panel. But he's doing an event in a few weekends, man. And I want everybody, man, even if you're not in Tennessee, from the outskirts of Tennessee, man, pull up to the Juneteenth event. That's gonna be dope. But we're gonna touch on that. This is the Brothers Roundtable organization that the brother has going on. Y'all know what I'm saying? Go to Facebook, support that. These brothers and sisters do community cleanups on a regular. I think of the Brothers Roundtable, from my experience, it's been a bridge.
mhm.
Because when you go to a Brothers Roundtable meeting, man, and you just, number one, you just in there with brothers and sisters, and it's love. It's love off the top whenever you're in that building. But when you're in that meeting, you may be in a meeting with a gang leader and a city councilman. So it builds the bridge. Like a lot of people talk about the seat at the table, and I look at a lot of those brothers roundtable meetings as a seat at the table. It is the table. You see what I'm saying? Where everyone has a seat. So make sure y'all
Absolutely.
support that. Make sure y'all definitely support that, man.
Absolutely. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man, it's our love. It's our love. And we're gonna definitely get to the event. Let's touch on a few topics, and then we're gonna do a deep dive on the event after we
Yeah.
touch on some topics, man. So brother Hamid, I guess I'll just start it off. The name of my show last week was What Makes People Feel So Comfortable? No, what makes people feel comfortable disrespecting the black man?
hmm
I want to ask you that question. Just what makes people feel comfortable disrespecting the black man?
Um, Today,
Yeah.
that is that's a great question, and I think it has so many moving parts, right?
Uh-huh.
I think that people feel comfortable disrespecting the black man because they don't fear any consequences for disrespecting the black man. And I was listening to you earlier as you were talking, and you were saying that just honestly, a lot of times it's Caucasian people who disrespect African Americans. That's what we find the most, and
Yes.
it's not
Yeah.
exclusive, but it's
Yeah.
just what we find the most.
Mm-hmm.
And so, oftentimes, again, if you don't expect consequences, then you will find that people will go further. It's almost like a bully. If he can bully you and there are no consequences to the bullying, then keep going. If a person bully you and you go out and you march and you sing and then at some point,
Mm-hmm.
they'll say, oh, they're not going to do nothing but march, or they're not going to do nothing but riot, or they're not going to do nothing but, but the consequences have to be a loss of revenue,
Yep.
or B, you're gonna if you disrespect me completely, you're gonna have physical consequences, like
Yes.
physical consequences. So
Yes.
so with those two things, that's what every other group has established. When you look at the Asian groups, they have
Uh-huh.
established that they won't be disrespected. And
Mm.
everybody knows that when you go in there, if you jump on one, you're gonna have to jump on all of them.
Yeah.
That's a given. And
Yes.
so because that's a given, most of the time it keep people from jumping. And you may have some people that do, but it keep people from jumping. So with us, many of us will say when we see our brothers attack, you hear somebody scream out "World Star," or you hear somebody
Yeah.
scream out something ignorant, and watch him be harmed, and people walk away as if nothing happened. So I think that there has to be consequences. It has to be financial consequences, and it also has to be physical consequences if we're in a physical situation. But if it's just somebody disrespecting you,
Uh-huh.
then we know how to deal with that. If I disrespect you, you're gonna have a sharp tongue, and
Yeah.
you deal with it.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we're just hurt when white people do it because in some ways we feel like, oh, well they're right, and that comes from a lot of things, all the way down to even religion and how we view God. So but there has to be consequences.
I like it. I like it. So I had some sisters on the panel this past weekend when I was asking this question. And the sisters said, look, man, until the black man demands respect, he's going to continue to be disrespect. Going to continue to be disrespected. The people who's disrespecting the black man are going to feel comfortable disrespecting the black man. So
Absolutely.
it was demand your respect. Let me ask you this because you may not agree with my analogy, but
Mhm.
how do you demand respect if you're an inmate inside of a prison?
Mm. That's an even harder one. When you're a prisoner,
Uh-huh.
I said, when you are a prisoner,
Yes, sir.
um, huh, I would literally have to think about that one.
Yeah, I know, bro. I know, and but the reason I worded it like that because I always say, and people get mad at my analogy, but I do say, look, man, we're in a prison, especially
Yeah.
inside the walls of America. We are inside of a prison. So what
Mhm.
I want to do with my people, which are the inmates, is how can we figure out a way to escape from the prison?
Yeah.
Because we can always live comfortable. Like we can have a nice cell. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like we can live and get a nice cell. And I ain't gonna lie, I always tell people this. If you got right now, that's what I'm doing. Right now, I'm living in this side of this prison, but I am making sure I create a nice cell.
Yeah.
Even a nice jail cell to pass around, but I will be ignorant if I don't think that this is a prison. Some people think that's victim mentality and a lazy way of thinking, but that's just the way that I see black
Yeah.
people in America.
Honestly, I think that I understand where you're coming from when you use that analogy, because we are prisoners of war, most of us.
Yes, yes.
But I also think that we I think that we should change how we look at things, because the way when we look at things a certain way, it can actually change our reality. Like
Okay.
I'll give an example. Right now, you'll see a lot of violence towards African Americans because you have another group of people that is literally afraid of what's about to happen by 2050. They're afraid because they know at a certain point they're going to become a physical minority. What happens when you become that physical minority is you don't have the vote, and oftentimes you don't have the political power, right?
Okay.
So we can say, okay, I'm a prisoner. I'm in this prison, but I'm going to make a decision to take not only take over the prison, but to take away the guards, so I can leave when I want to leave, and I can go when I want to go. I can make this so-called prison my, take down the walls. Now it's just my land. Now it's just this is what it is, and I think that most people see the writing on the wall. A long time ago, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad used to ask for the southern states, right?
Yes.
Well, had they done that a long time ago, they wouldn't have to deal with us wanting all of it now. And now I want it all, and I want my children to have it all. So what you made for me as a prison, now I'm unlocking the doors, and I'm taking off the bars, so it's no longer a prison. Now it's my land.
Yeah.
And there's a difference between being stuck, because now when it becomes your land and you become free and not emancipated, when you become free, then you become free to do business across the world. You become free to do things. But if we say, oh, he's going to always be the prison guard and I can never do anything about it, then one thing for sure, we could never do anything about it, because you can only do what your mind allows you to do. If you tell yourself you can never walk, you will never walk, but your body can, but you won't, because you told yourself you'll never walk. So I feel where people come from when they say that, but I also think that if we just change the way we think just slightly. Yes, this was a prison, but now we're gonna take the walls off. We're gonna be able to walk out when we want to walk out, and now we're just gonna take the whole land. What you thought was a prison is just now my land. It belongs to me now.
Yeah, and I hear you. I hear you, brother. Made you keep saying it was a prison, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to say it was a prison when people just told us, "Hey, stay in your house, don't move. When you do come out, don't stand this close to the next person." Like, we just had our lives our whole world just flipped upside down in 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
And when someone has the power over you to do that to you, that kind of lets me know, like, it's hard to say this was a prison, and this is just.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Hey, brother, I'm listening.
Did it happen? Did you stay in your house?
Did I stay in my house?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. But let me say this. Let me answer this. I got a caveat to it though. I didn't, but it kind of hurt my feelings to hear my sisters, my auntie, you know what I'm saying? My great auntie, my nieces, like the women were petrified.
Yeah.
The women were petrified, and it was like that right there was an awakening type of moment. Like, oh shit, my women are petrified. So I can be as rough and tough as I want to, but you had control of you. You know what I'm saying? This prison guard and this prison warden had control over the women.
But here's the thing.
That was weird for me too.
Again, I look at it slightly different.
Talk to me. Let's hear. Talk to me.
So I think that, because I believe that God's in control. I believe in God. Some people don't believe in that, but I believe that ultimately the Creator, the one that created everything, is in control of everything. So I think sometimes we give too much credit to the white man. We give him way too much credit, because this was during this particular time when everybody was in. Did you know that there were certain species of animals that came off the endangered species list during this particular time? Huh?
I didn't know that. Is that what? I didn't know that.
Yeah. During this particular time, while everybody was in,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm telling you, people were able to reconnect with family. During this time, everybody was in. People found out things about themselves and strengths that they never thought they had. So
Mm-hmm.
I believe that the earth, this was way beyond the white man. I believe that the earth said everybody need to pump their brakes for a little bit, and the earth can make you pump your brakes. I don't look. We in my own family, we've had quite a few people that have either died.
Uh-huh.
You know, my sister, my wife, brother, and sister passed on the same day. Right?
And this all in 2020.
Yeah, this is all recently. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
the
2020,
lady who used to come and
2021.
clean our house, she passed away. People were dying clearly. So I'm not upset to have to stay in my house if I want to save my life. Now, here's what happened in my case. I had lost my job. I had lost, my way of making a living. So what I was able to do during this particular time, this was actually one of the best financial times that I've had in a very long time.
Okay.
So now we're able to kind of reinvent ourselves and do things that we would have never been able to do otherwise. So even though it may have seemed like a prison, if we give him the credit, but I don't give him the credit for that. I look at this particular time as a time where a lot of things, it's like there was a natural shift. And I know we all felt it. Like right now, there were brothers who were working for $8, $9, $10 an hour.
Yes.
Ain't no way we gonna be able to go back to no $8, $9, $10 an hour. Ain't no way, because you coming from a time, even though we were in a pandemic, where you were getting a $600 check if you were on unemployment, plus $300 from the regular. You making $900 week, and you telling me I'm going back to $300? Ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
And to be and survive in this city. So all I'm saying is, I look at it like this was a blessing. And if we don't take advantage of the blessing, then we're gonna go back into slavery. But a lot of people, they didn't look at it as a blessing, and even though we had death, even though we had carnage, even though some people stayed in their homes, other people kind of reinvented themselves. This was ultimately a blessing from on high, and all we have to do literally is take advantage of the blessing. You even had some people that I don't suggest this, but some people went off and got the PPP loan, getting all kinds of money.
Yeah, I mean,
you could have taken that PPP money, 20,000, 30, and really went and opened a legitimate business. And when they came, you don't have any problems.
Yeah,
all of this was a blessing, and all we had to do was take advantage.
Man, that's crazy, man. Yeah, you're right, Hamid, man. I'm trying to file that paperwork to get me one of them loans, man. I'm not finna play with these people, man. I'm seeing these brothers go from broke to $20,000-$30,000 at the strip club, man. I got to go, brother Hamid. I can't keep playing, man.
Yeah, but think about it. Like, think about what you a businessman. Think about what $20,000 could have done for you during this time. Seriously, like you talking about financial freedom.
No, that's a fact.
That's financial freedom.
That's a fact. I did wish this was the time. I wish I had my business really going. I was too scared because I probably have the credentials, but I didn't have the operating business. So man, I'm nervous of that. I'm nervous to go and you know what I'm saying. I'm nervous. I don't qualify, if I'm honest. I don't qualify when you read through all the qualifications. I know some brothers and sisters, they don't care about that, but I was like,
well, they going to prison.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the ones who are real business people.
He said they going to prison. That's a fact. They go to jail.
They going to jail. Not to scare you or nothing, but you better go to jail. You ain't got that money.
Nah, bro, I spoke about this on the show before. Like, I know everybody balling right now with their PPP loans, man. But you're going to jail, man. Yeah. You are going to jail, man. So let me let's get into the topic, man. Let's get into the topic because it kind of rolls right into the topic, man. You're talking about how we was on lockdown, and we was on quote unquote lockdown and quote unquote quarantine and all of that good stuff. And then I'm finna play this one. Hold on. I'm finna play this one, brother Hamid.
Okay.
So hold on. Let me make it full screen. Let me run it back, right? So, like I said, this is piggybacking off the show I did last week. Like I said, last week on the show I spoke about athletes being disrespected. You know, it's been said that now that we're fresh out of this quarantine and fresh out of lockdown, people are just now getting out. The country's opening back up, and
Mhm.
people are don't really know how to act. They've had a year to sit and they go more to social media. They've had a year to I guess hate on people on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. You've had a whole year to just be like you said, it showed you some shit about yourself, either
Mhm.
for the positive or the negative. So
Yeah.
you have some people who maybe just sit in the house, bet money on sports events and trolled these athletes and shit on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. And now that now it's back open, you can go out and actually see these players.
Mhm.
I think, in a way, I think that has something to do with it. But then again, I know it's same old racism
Yeah.
and it's the same old disrespect. So let me get into this video. Let's play this video. So this is the basketball player, Kyrie Irving.
Mhm.
Um, he played a game. He plays for Brooklyn now, but he played a game in Boston. And in Boston, after the game, I think after the game, he kind of stepped on their logos. He used to play in Boston. Let me
Mhm.
preface this by saying this. So Kyrie Irving, he used to play in Boston. Now he plays for a different team. But before they played this game, he said, "Hey, I'm trying to go back to." He said, "I'm going back to Boston, pretty much like for the first time, and
Mhm.
I hope I don't have to deal with the same old racism."
Mhm.
So, knowing that everything was intense, after they played the game, he stepped on the logo, and I'm going to show that where he steps on the logo, and then someone throws a bottle at him after he steps on the logo. So it's a
Mhm.
fan of the pretty much. I'm summing it up by saying a white fan throws a bottle at a black athlete. Let's play the video. So if you can see right here, bam, you have to look real quick, but
I saw it.
it's a bottle flies by his head right there. I'll run it one more time. You're gonna see a bottle fly by his head, bam. So the bottle flies by his head, and then now you can see the reaction. His teammate reacted first, and then he reacted, right?
Mhm.
Now they're gonna show. So if you didn't see this, he steps, right? So he
Mhm.
stepped on the logo. Oh, I meant to mute that. He steps on the logo right
Mhm.
there in the middle. The logo is a what we got, a leprechaun
Mhm.
with a basketball and a nightstick or something like that. And Kyrie steps on it and kind of stumps his feet on it. And
Mhm.
I guess the fans didn't like that because after he did that, when he was headed back to the locker room, then that's when the hold on, let's get back. Let me get back. Let me get my camera back up. So yeah, after he stepped on the logo and stumped on the logo, he was on his way back to the locker room, dressing room, and he threw a water bottle at him, right?
Mhm.
And that's like the fourth or fifth incident that's happened since these arenas opened back up for sports events. And so, like I said last week, the question was, what makes people feel so comfortable disrespecting black people? I asked that question again. So then I came back this week, brother Hamid, and now I have another question for you. Like, even after seeing that video,
Mhm.
does everyone have a breaking point?
Absolutely, as they should. But to go to your first question, what made that fan feel like he could
Yeah,
do that?
yeah, 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 yeah. Speak on that.
Because he didn't feel like there were going to be any consequences.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee you that fan didn't go to jail for assault. I guarantee you that fan didn't lose any money. I guarantee you that fan didn't. He was not shamed for what he did. He didn't get kicked out of the arena for the next year, or two for doing what they did. And so that also goes back to ownership.
Mm-hmm.
We can be a prisoner in this house, or we can own the house. And so if we own the house, we can determine if a fan is kicked out, or we can determine if a fan get to even come back when you own the house. But when you don't have ownership, you can't really make any kind of determinations like that. You just have to deal with it. So I think that as Black people, especially, we have to work for ownership of the whatever we're in. And if it's sports, you can't tell me that you have LeBron James, Michael Jordan, all that, and we don't have enough money to buy one of those teams. You can't tell me that. So it's really about ownership. That fan felt no anything. And then you also have to look at the racial climate of what's happening, how you had a president who made you feel like you didn't have to worry about anything. All that stuff kind of goes hand in hand. And to answer your last question, do we have a breaking point? We absolutely do. And but once we reach our breaking point, we become the angry Black man. And a lot of us, we're afraid to be known as the angry Black man.
Yes, I agree. So as far as this fan, his name is Cole Buckley. So now you have Cole Buckley. This is the guy who threw the water bottle, brother Hamid. This is the Cole Buckley guy. 21-year-old. Let's go. Let me read this. Let me get back to it because I saw it. And
was he arrested?
Yes, he was. I'm gonna pull up the article now. I want to let the people, you know what I'm saying, see it while I read it. So let's go to the article. All right. What is this? Where am I? What is this? Bleacher Report. This is from the Bleacher Report. Celtic fan Cole Buckley arrested for throwing water bottle at Kyrie Irving. Cole Buckley has been identified as the Boston Celtics fan who appeared to throw a water bottle towards Brooklyn Nets star Kyrie Irving as he was walking towards the tunnel after his team's 141 to 126 point victory Sunday. All right, so yeah, man. Then they show the video right there.
Unfortunately, we have seen.
Oh no, I gotta mute that. Got to mute that, fam. But yeah, we'll see the video one more again. Bam. That's the video. And hold on, so I like this right here. The 21-year-old male who threw a water bottle at Kyrie Irving faces assault and battery with a dangerous weapon charge and will be arraigned Tuesday, says the Boston Police Department. A second fan in Boston was also arrested, but we don't need to read that one. We don't need to read that one. So yeah, he was charged with assault and battery. You know what I mean? He was charged with assault and battery, and he was arrested. So you know what I mean? Hopefully he gets what's coming to him. I said this, man. I said this, brother Hamid. I said, like you said, number one is no repercussions. So he can throw the water bottle and there's really no repercussions. He wasn't worried about that. I also think the mob mentality comes into effect. I think you're more comfortable to do things when you're around a large group of people. So that's the mob mentality, and that's all of this. Where you at, brother Hamid? Let's get brother Hamid back in here. Well, why he's at, man? What's up, Andretti? Oxo, Jungle Jesus, Spicy Trill, my boy Real in the building. What's up, fam? Hey, man, make sure y'all hit that like button. Let me take this. Let me bring brother Hamid back. Let me drop this off. Look, man. Hit the like button, share button, subscribe button. All of that good stuff. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. The PayPal scrolling across the bottom of the screen, and the Cash App. If you want to donate, if you want to do any of that good stuff, let me know, man. So brother Hamid, let's get to this event, man. Let's talk about your event, bro. I don't want to keep you long, bro. Let's find the flyer.
Okay. So
go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Say anything you want to say. Joe, did you hear me? I say anything you want to
Yeah,
say, brother. Go ahead.
basically, it's the June. We're going to be in the Parkwood area. Say it
Okay.
again.
I think we got a delay now, brother. We got a delay now, bro.
Let's see. Hold on. Can you can you
I
hear
can
me?
hear you. I hear you, but I think it's a delay. Is it a delay? Can you hear me? Yo?
I can.
Let's get to the solo thing, Hamid. Yeah, me? You can get it right. Let's go. I'm trying to find this. Man, let's see. I come up the video, man. Hit the thumbs up. You ain't doing nothing else. Hit the damn thumbs up, man. Hit the damn thumbs up, man.
Can you hear me now better?
I hear you now, brother.
Okay. So, and I don't know how much longer my internet is horrible right now,
Yeah, I'm
but
trying to pull up the flyer. Go ahead, drop it. I'm gonna pull up the flyer while you talking, bro. Go ahead.
so basically, everybody know what Juneteenth is. Well, if you don't know, Juneteenth was the day, or June 19th was the day that the last slaves in Galveston, Texas, were free. And so what we do, that's the day that African Americans, mainly it was big in Texas, but throughout the country, we celebrate our day of emancipation. I won't say freedom. I say emancipation. That's when the last slave was emancipated. And so this is a celebration that is starting to catch all across the country. And what we wanted to do is make sure that we had that celebration here in Nashville. Now, the good thing about this celebration is sort of like the 4th of July, where you will have parties all over the city. And so there are going to be Juneteenth celebrations all over the city. The difference between ours and some other ones is at the others, you'll have vendors, you'll have all that stuff, which is great. At ours, it's more of a family reunion style deal. So we're going to have free barbecue. There's going to be free drinks. There's going to be horseshoes. There's going to be a horseback ride. You're going to have the jumpies for the kids. Everything is going to be free to the public, not going to cost you anything. We're spending thousands of dollars on making sure that our community is getting, fed, loved, and have a sense of community, on that day. So we want to invite everybody out. You come out, enjoy yourself, eat until you can't eat anymore, drink until you can't drink anymore, and bring your spade game, because there's going to be a spades champion, what you call it, tournament as well. So just we want you to have fun. There's going to be some talking and kind of showing what Juneteenth is, but we won't talk you to death. But we want to make sure we educate while we have a great time at our Juneteenth celebration.
Nice. Yeah, I was trying to pull up the flyer. So tell the people where is it at again?
So it's not at a Hadley Park or anything like that. Now there is something I believe happening at Hadley, but this one is for the Parkwood community. So it's 3220 Bellevue, Vailview Drive. It's the Parkwood Community Center and Park, and so you can't miss it. We're gonna have balloons out. You're gonna see the little jump houses, tents, everything happening. Music, a live DJ, everything is gonna be happening on that day. And again, this is for the community. The people that live there and the people that just want to come stop by and visit there. This is what we want to have for our adopted area. This is the area that the Brothers Roundtable adopted. Also, if you look on that flyer, you'll see Dads Against Destruction. They are also helping us to host this. You'll see the Esquire Distinguished Gentlemen. They're helping us to host this. You'll see the ladies group NISA. They're helping us to host this. So we have a lot of organizations coming out. We even have a motorcycle group that's coming out to make sure that the kids are having a great time. So this is going to be a wonderful time, and we want to make sure that our community come out and enjoy themselves and learn some things and teach some things. So that's what it's all about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My brother. My brother. Appreciate that, brother Hamid, man. Any words of wisdom you want to lead the people with, bro?
Well, I just want to say, if you're in the community, find you a group to do the work. I mean, there's a lot of work to be done, and oftentimes, people we look to government or we look to some other outside entity to come and help us, but those entities are not going to save us. We got to get in there and do the work ourselves. So I want to encourage you. I don't care what it is. It could be a Gideon's Army. It could be DAS. It could be 200 man. Whatever your however you feel or whatever those groups are doing that you feel like you can jump in, so we can all get this work done and have a better place for our children to live, 20, 30 years from now, grandchildren, 20, 30 years from now. So that's pretty much all I have.
Man, my brother. Appreciate that, man. Salute to you, brother Hamid, man. Y'all make sure y'all go mess with all of that. If you just now pulling up, rewind this video. I have all of his the organizations that he's rocking with. I got all the information. Make sure you listen to what he said, man. The event. Like I said, follow me on Instagram, follow the Black Family Talks on Facebook, and follow the Brothers Roundtable on Facebook. I showed the direct link earlier in this video. Make sure y'all support that. Come out Juneteenth. My brother, the family gonna be out there heavy, man. It's our day.
And not to mention, if you're not in Nashville, that's okay, because we got the Brothers Roundtable Memphis, and they whatever we doing, they doing. So wherever you are in the city, in the state, come and join us.
Man, salute. I appreciate that, brother Hamid, man. I appreciate that. And yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Hamid. You can jump off if you want to, brother. I'm gonna talk to the people for a little while longer. But thank you. I'll definitely reach out, man. I'll reach out, Hamid. Salute. So yeah, family. That was good shit. That I ain't gonna lie, that was good shit with my brother Hamid, man. It's always a dope conversation, good conversation when I catch up with him. Man, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. What up, Jen Wallace, man? See Jen Wallace pulling up. Facebook family, come over to YouTube, man. I'm probably finna do, what time is it? I'll probably do another hour or something on YouTube, man. Open panel. Let people come on, talk shit. We'll talk shit. You know what I'm saying? If you up in the UK, you know what I mean? I will do some. People in the States, we're gonna do some. It's early bird. So I'll do another hour. Shit. I done set the mic up and the camera up and shit, man. And yeah. But yes, Born Rich Club Films. Let me drop this, man, for the Facebook family. Yeah, Facebook family. If you don't know, you don't know, and you bullshitting. If you're not following me on the fucking YouTube, man, get your ass over there. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just post this of an old video. I'll post a link to an old video in the chat, man, and then you can pop on. Yeah, so that's an old YouTube video. Go to that video. Don't worry about the video. Make sure you subscribe to that YouTube channel. Facebook, if you over here on Facebook, man, come over to the YouTube. That's the video. That's an old video, but click on the channel and make sure that you fucking subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell. Get all the notifications and all of that good shit, man. But yeah, man, I'm finna do a show. Give me 5 minutes. I'm coming right back. YouTube only. I'll be right back. Open discussion. We can talk about anything y'all want to talk about. We'll get it. But man, thank y'all for tuning in. Man, listen. If nobody told you today that they love you, let me be the first one to say that I love you. Peace, man. We done.